Wonderful. We are back. Thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, well, this is the second conversation of the day. You just missed the first one. We were talking about tech in innovation, tech in fitness and nutrition. And we have come to know about an interesting application called MacroText app, and this tracks all your goals for you, helps you become better, achieve your goals, and it's amazing. That's a Kenyan innovation, and that is what we do right here on Y254, celebrating young Kenyan innovators. Moving from that, shifting gears, now we're talking about money, things that still concern you. Budgeting and savings is the topic we're getting into, and for this particular discussion, we've been joined by an expert. With me here is Fathi Muhamed, who is a financial consultant. Karibu sana, Muhamed.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the warm welcome.
All right. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe you can give us a little background about what you do as a financial consultant before we get into the topic.
Thank you so much. My name, as you have said, is Fathi Muhamed. I'm a financial consultant. I also have a firm. It's called Value Solution Consulting. We normally consult for entities, that is companies, NGOs, and other personal people. Also, what we do is that we have a platform whereby we normally consult people and normally advise people when they look for us. So basically, I'm an accountant and I'm an economist also.
Okay, an accountant and an economist.
Yeah.
Amazing. You're the right person to have this conversation with. We're privileged to have you here. So tell us about, for young people, some young people, they feel like budgeting is very restrictive. When you speak about budgeting, it feels like, you're restricting them. It's their money. But how would you explain budgeting in a way that, is positive, because it's a good thing? So why is budgeting important and saving?
It's a two scenario thing. When you have a lot of, when you have some money and you are liquid enough, it seems that young men feel like budgeting is not necessary. But when they go broke and they don't have any money, that's when they come to realize that budgeting is important. So budgeting simply is planning how to spend your money. Because you see, if you don't plan how to spend your money, you will spend it on things which are not necessary, which are not very basic. You will find that you have earned a lot of money, and at the end of the day, you don't have any money to your name. So budgeting is very, very much necessary for savings, for investments, for everything. Because if you don't budget, it means the money which you should use to invest and get returns later on, you are spending that particular money. And also, let's say you have not budgeted and you have not put some money for savings, and maybe you were working in a 9-to-5 job, and nowadays in our country we have seen a scenario whereby companies all over sudden shut down because of economic factors. So if you don't budget and you don't have enough money for savings, which can cater you for some month, that you should use those months to look for another opportunity or to start business. You see, that is when you will feel the pinch of importance of budgeting. So budgeting is very essential, important, and also vital for our daily life activities. Yeah.
So it is vital for us to make progress in life, right?
Very much, very much.
And it's surely said when you, but that's different. So I want to say when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So even
it applies also here. It applies. So budgeting is just planning. Even as a country, our budget is normally read by the CS of finance on every year. So it means we are planning on how to spend on education, how to spend on health, how to spend on roads and everything. So it is a plan, and that you see if our revenue is not enough, then we are borrowing so that we can have enough resources for each and every department. So that is a type of budgeting. So if a government is more bigger than you, it is budgeting. What about you, an individual who is just earning a salary? So it is very, very much important.
Important to budget. So it's basically telling your money what it should do.
Telling your money what it should do, and not the money telling you what to do.
What to do.
Yeah.
Amazing. What are some of the mistakes that you have observed the young people especially make when it comes to how they handle their money?
There is a lot of mistakes. The first mistake is that they are not accounting for their expenses. You see, if you want to be a good financial person, at the end of the day or before the start of the day, you must sit down. I myself, I personally do so. I sit down in the morning, write every coin I have spent the last day. You know, feedback is very important in life. In anything you do, you must have a feedback of whatever you have done, and you must analyze everything. Like for example, yesterday I had 5,000. This 5,000, 2,000 I spent on fuel, 1,000 I sent it to someone, 500 I bought lunch, 300 it was transport, 100 was airtime, something like that. Then if you write down, you'll be able to come up with you can be able maybe to squeeze or to expand in terms of your financial capacity. But the mistake the young generation are doing is that they are not accounting for everything. For everything, they are just living. That's why you see people are from paycheck to paycheck. They don't have enough money for emergencies, so they are not putting enough money for emergencies, because you know, in life there is unforeseeable circumstances, and they just come up. A member of your relative has become sick or is involved in accident. Maybe your car is involved in accident. Yes, there is insurances and everything, but you cannot depend on those things. Like, you need to plan for your money until, not even until, even if you are so rich, you still need to plan for your money. This goes to my investment, this goes to my society, this goes to my maybe poultry and farming and everything. So one of the mistakes I have encountered, that the young people are not sitting down and they are not true to themselves. They just say Itajeep or something like that. So
you only live once.
You only live once. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Those are some of the mistakes.
All right. And another perception that there are people also have is that when you're budgeting, you seem like you are a stingy person. You know, you're too calculated with how you're using money. You know, so some people do not want to look like they're stingy. You know, so I've spent this, I can't spend this much, I've bought this, today I'm not buying anymore. You know, especially now if you're in a group of friends and you have gone to a supermarket and people are buying things, but you know you're budgeting, so you can't really spend much. So as a result, you look like a stingy person. How can people break free from that? Because I believe there's a difference between being stingy and just being someone who's very conscious of their finances.
That one is a very good question. First of all, being a budgetful person is not being stingy. It is opposite of being stingy. You see, let's say most of the people who raise that particular issue are those people who want to maybe enjoy life. Maybe they want to party, or they want to buy some expensive things. Or so budgeting does not deny you that. It's just that, yes, you are earning 100,000. 100,000, save this particular amount of money, this amount of money, put it to whatever you feel luxury about, or whatever you want, or whatever you seem to be most happy with it. Let's say you're a person who loves going to trips, road trips. Take 10,000 every month and put it there. So budgeting does not mean you are denying yourself. It means you are putting this luxury of yours for it to continue to the next month, the other month, the other month. So if you scrap all the 100,000 once, it means the other month you are not going to the trip which you wanted most. As a result, is because you have not budgeted, and you think budgeting is all about being stingy. No. So me, whatever I do personally, let me speak about myself.
Okay.
Whenever I have some different accounts, I have like 4 accounts, personal accounts with different banks. So whatever I do is that, let's say I want to travel, go to tour by December. So I will make sure every month that particular account, I give it like 40,000, so that at the end of the year, it adds up to 500,000, something like that, and that is enough for you to go outside the country and everything.
Okay.
I have a car now, but I want to buy in the next maybe 3 years, I want to buy a car. So I put like 20,000 in that particular account. So on the other issue, I have my daily expenses. I normally set like 70,000 for my daily expenses. So I cannot I cannot go beyond that, because if I go beyond that, I may be hurting other savings I have. So I also have, imagine I also have an account for donations. You see, if you don't have that, it means you will use whatever money you have
saved.
Yeah, you have saved, because you cannot reject each and every request. A close family member will call you, a friend will call you. You may see someone who is challenged in the road. You see, me, I'm a Muslim, you are a Christian, I believe so. Every religion preaches about humanity. So you cannot say whatever is mine, and I'm not going to help anyone. Every person for himself and God for us all. No, that is bad. I normally put like 10,000
just for the donation.
So Friday when I'm going to mosque, what I normally do, I know our religion it's never good to say your good deeds, but I take 1,000 bob and then I subdivide it to 50-50. And then you see around mosque there is a lot of people who beg it, so you normally give them. So budgeting, if I'm giving all those people, it means I'm not stingy, but I've budgeted for this particular money. I've budgeted for my fuel. I've budgeted for my trips. I've budgeted for my mom's and dad's money. I've budgeted for my education. I normally set some money aside for maybe continuing my education, because you cannot depend on any person. So you must depend on your skills and your discipline and everything. So let me come back to the point. Budgeting is not about stinginess. It's about calculated plan which helps you to fathom any challenge you have in life. I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, you've answered it very well. So it's just planning yourself, even whatever you want, the luxurious things you want, it's planning money for that particular thing.
If you don't plan for those luxurious things, then you will not have them in the coming future. So that, for you not planning, that itself is stinginess.
Okay.
But for you planning for those things, I'm in the next 6 months, I need to go to Rwanda, Kigali. So I must put some 10,000, I'm a 15,000 aside for that particular purposes. So it's not about stinginess, it's about your mindset. If you believe so, the example I've said, Kenya is a huge economy, and it is budgeting. You're not bigger than the country.
And you're not budgeting.
You're not budgeting. You're saying I'm refusing. Maybe I'm denying myself things. No, you're not. You just have some misplaced priorities.
Absolutely amazing. Now, for a person who's just earning, maybe they've gotten the first job, not earning enough, a lot of money, and basically they're from hand to mouth. How can you help them come up with a simple budgeting formula, knowing the needs and wants, and knowing how would you help them be able to save their money, even as little as 20,000? If they're earning as little as 20,000, how can they still be able to save their money?
A good question also. It's normally, we normally use the 50, 30, 20 rule, whereby 50% goes to your needs, 30% go to your wants, and 20% goes to your savings or maybe paying debts. For 20,000, that particular person can use 12,000 to 10,000 for his needs, like basic things, shelter, food, water, those things. So the other percentage is maybe the ones, transport and internet, everything. And then if he saves in a month 5,000, 4,000, and then after some period of time, he takes that money and invest it in anywhere, a suitable business. It depends with the person. Maybe it is a lady, and then she, by maybe 1.5 years, she opens a small salon or a small place whereby you sell mbogas, or you insert in chamas and you get some returns, or any other person, any other business which is suited to you. Or if it's a guy and then he saves that particular amount of money for some period of time, and then he buys boda, and it gives him some returns. So for you to extract that particular money, which can give you return on investment later on, you must have budgeting. You must budget for your income, and you must save some amount of money for you to have a future, a bright future for you and your kids also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've said it's a 50,
30, 20.
50, 30, 20.
Yeah, 50, 30,
20 rule. And 50 is the needs,
yeah.
30 is the wants, and 20 is the savings.
20% is 20% the savings. Yeah.
The
savings or paying your debts or investing.
Okay, yeah. Whichever one.
Whichever.
All right. So that's we've had a lot on the budgeting. You know, the need to plan your money, how to, you know, the formula to even planning for your money. Now savings. Tell us which avenues, which are the best areas for the young people to save. You know, some people will save money. Mtu ataweka pesa kwa M-Shwari, mtu ataweka pesa kwa bank. You know, which places, mtu ataweka pesa kwa sacco. Which are the best areas for people to actually save their money, and that will yield better results even for them?
Oh. Savings, a lot of people can save their money in many places, but SACCOs, for those who want to get some good yields, they should save on the SACCOs, and also you can save also on banks. You can save on a lot of avenues, but I believe the SACCOs are more liquid than H, because they have these returns.
Okay.
And it is very much suitable than the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So SACCOs would be a better place for them to have their money in.
Yeah, I believe SACCOs is more liquid, and you can access the money very easily, and yeah, SACCOs are the ideal.
Okay, but should they have goals even when they're saving their money? So, you know, because you can save, but you know, how will the money now make money for them?
It depends. It depends on whatever savings plan you are interested or you want. For me, example, me personally, I'm restricted by the religion.
Okay.
If I'm saving in a bank whereby I'm not getting any interest back. I just want my money to be saved.
All right.
But if it depends with the other person, he should look or she should look for those saving plans whereby you get enough rates, whereby at the end of the year you have saved your money, and you have topped up some enough money also. which makes you have generated some profit out of your money. So there are a lot of saving avenues. They have different yields and they have different risks. So, I mean, the one which has less risk and high yields, I believe it is these SACCOs.
Okay.
So I've heard of Steamer SACCO, I've heard of
the different
Hasibu, something like that.
Nasibu, the different, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just them doing some due diligence, research,
due diligence
and knowing
research.
which area works for them.
Yeah.
I've just remembered, are there tools for budgeting that can help people while doing their budgeting that they can get, you know, to help them in their journey?
Yeah, there are tools. There are a lot of avenues. There are a lot of apps. But me, normally I recommend, you know, at the end of the day, you can take your statement from M-Pesa. Okay. You can have your statement from M-Pesa. They have different, you know, volumes. You can get the 3-month one, the last 5 transactions, the last 1 month transaction, something like that. So you take it on a daily basis or on a weekly basis if you are too busy. Some people are too busy, they cannot do it on a daily basis. But me, normally I recommend it on a daily basis. For daily accountability. But you can take it in a week, month. You can have your report, take pen and paper. You know, manually, yes, it's good to be digital at some point. But me, I believe if you have some manual aspect in you, is more better. Manual is sitting down with yourself in a room, and then checking everything, calculating everything. I have spent this one, I have spent this. Was it necessary? Why did I send all this money to this particular person? Is he going to give my debt back? Why is he always getting money from me? I'm not getting anything from him or her. So, you know, if you sit yourself down and talk to yourself and get some energy into you, then at the end of the day, that is the best tool which can make you reason well and also save well and also plan for your money. Yeah, okay. That is the best tool. Getting your statement from M-Pesa or any avenue, maybe even bank. Maybe you are a big entity and you don't transact business with your personal account. Maybe you use your company's. Take the bank statement. Nowadays we have this online bank statement whereby you can access your reports on a minute because it is online. So bank statement, you can get your bank statement online. Take it on a maybe weekly basis. Which supplier have I paid? Which supplier have I not paid? Why have I not paid? Why is my cash flow very low? Why is my cash flow growing? Why is my profits going down? Why is it going up? Even if it is going up, you must study it. Why is it going up? What is happening? What good are we doing so that we can multiply it, we can get larger profit. But you see some people, if they are getting good profit, then they relax. They say, oh, the company now is doing good. No, you must know. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of profits. Why am I getting a lot of profit? What are the key performance indicators of this particular business? You know, sometimes you are getting a lot of profits, but that maybe you are selling sweaters and it is July, and people, since there is cold, people are buying it, and then you are happy. But that one is a season, is not a thing which will continue. We have season, we have winter, and summer, and others. So also, there are some people who normally sell dates during Ramadan, and they get a lot of profit because that is the month the Muslim faith normally buy dates, and then you get a lot of profits, and then you are so happy. But it means the other 11 months you're not going to reap those particular profits because it is not the season. So it is better you sit down, study your business, know the weakness, not the strength, the capacity, everything, and you are good to go.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. I also just want to get your attention on, you know, how the loans have been a challenge for many young people, you know, who are balancing their little finances out. You know, they work a job, they're paid something around 20,000-30,000, but they're still paying for loans, because nowadays this loan you know, companies, they will send you some very enticing messages. You have offers, you can get this much, you know, you're qualified for 50,000, and that's in that particular moment you feel like, I think I need this 50,000, but you have not even planned for it very well, so you take a loan and then it's a problem paying it back. So maybe you can speak on that, and even how they can overcome that, so that they don't jump from one loan mobile company to another. You know, you pay a loan by getting another loan and getting another, so it becomes a cycle that doesn't end.
That is a very fascinating question. You see, some of them go to extent that you just bring your ID and then he will give you money.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you must sit down and ask yourself, why are they doing so? Why are they giving me all this money? Because, you know, loans are predatory. I mean, they are predators. These fintech companies, most of them are predators. You know, as a young man, if you indulge yourself in these loans, soft loans, these fleezers, I normally advise people against it. It is never good. So you get enticed, and then you get hyped, and then you see yourself, you have a lot of bills, you have a lot of expenses, and then you have someone is calling you for money. I mean, most of them, if you're not so desperate, just and you don't have some serious problems, just forgo them, just leave them, because normally nobody is caring for you. All these companies want to make profit out of your pocket. So I normally advise people, the little money you are getting, just be stingy without, rather than you getting yourself into loans and everything, and then it becomes problem. You take loan to pay that particular loan. That is what we are doing in our country today. You see, a loan is maturing, and then we get 600 billion. We pay for that particular loan, and most of them are interest. 600 billion, 700 billion, 900 billion, and not the principal. It's not the principal. I believe you understand me.
Yeah.
900 billion, that is an interest you are paying back.
Just the interest.
If you sit down, 900 billion can give us some 45 level 5 hospitals.
In Kenya?
Yeah, in Kenya. It can also renovate a lot of roads, a lot of buildings, a lot of job opportunities can be created. But that 900 billion is being paid as a result of getting loans and taking loans and using our revenues very unprofessionally, and becoming corrupt, and also stealing the money. You're getting it as a loan. People are also stealing the money they are getting as a result of loan. So it will become a terrible burden to you. You see, now our country, we cannot do some developments. We cannot come up with, because we are paying loans. If it's affecting a country like that, how much can it affect you as an individual? You see, that's why we are privatizing all these parastatals, so that the government can get liquidity and it can run its economy. It reached a point whereby we wanted to lease the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, because the country does not have money. and we are going also to pay, if it could, that deal could go well, we could pay that person a lot of money now, and also it was for perpetuity. It was not a one-day thing. So loans are not take loans when you are in a critical situation, but if it is just unnecessary issues, stay away from loans as a young man, because I've seen people committing suicide
because of the pressure that comes with the loans.
These fintech companies also, I've never taken loan from them, but I've heard they put a lot of pressure, and you will have a mental issue. They go to the extent they call your parents, your close kins.
Now it's been regulated and they have been forbidden to do that. But even
if they are regulated, they will find a way to harass you so that you can pay them. Government cannot control these people. I've seen a video whereby a loan entity went to someone's business, and then they took a spray, and then they were writing, pay that loan for our company, so and so. You know, that is an embarrassment, and you are causing some mental issues to that particular person. All those people are seeing, and then they are telling you, pay other people's debt. So unless you have some emergencies or critical issue, go for don't do anything to do with loan.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for sharing your views on that, Fathi. And just to let the viewer know that this strictly Fathi's views and not of the station. You know, it's some waters. But now looking at that, you've given a very good advice on how people should be critical on the types where they take loans from. You know, and the challenge that might come if you're not prepared to take a loan and have a plan to repay it. Now, before we come to a close on this conversation, I really want to engage you on how can youth start thinking, because youth sometimes feel like I will need to get to 40 so that I think about building a house. I will to start, you know, to buy a car, and maybe this generation love cars. I've seen a lot, you know, of influencers getting cars. I don't know if those are loans or whatever, but how can youth start thinking about bigger financial goals, like starting a business, owning a home, and even buying a car?
It's a good question. You see, nowadays, our young generation, you know, the social media and other platforms have become a factor whereby people indulge themselves in a lot of illegal activities so that they can get the money and they can flex, and also they can live that life. But you know, I believe every person has his or her own journey. And I want to take this opportunity to advise the young people of this country that they should go with their pace, and they should use their means so that they earn their rightful money in a correct way, so that tomorrow when it becomes a legacy. Tomorrow when you're advising your kids, or when you're advising or when you want your kids to emulate you, they can see your hard work, and they can see the struggles you have passed for you to earn this money. But I'm not saying a young person cannot get money. If you get money in a right scheme, then that is good of you. But if you are just imitating others, and you indulge yourself in these activities, which are, because I've seen a lot of youth dying at a young age because they are involved in burglary, theft, robbery, hacking, and everything, just because they want to flex or they want to buy these big cars. So first of all, go on with your pace, do due diligence in everything, plan yourself, budget, save, do hard work. If you're employed, take some money, start businesses, get money from that particular businesses, expand, do a lot of things. If the country you're living on is not giving you greener pastures, you should as well, nobody has refused you should as well go to abroad, look for opportunities. Yani, what I mean in essence is that whatever you are doing, let it be from your own capacity and your own strength and jasho yako. So don't indulge on this thing. Age is just a number. You also don't need to get to 40, because nowadays time flies. You know, we were finishing yesterday. I was thinking to myself, you know, I was done with my education, KCC education in 2016, and now it is 10 years. And I was just thinking to myself, that was just yesterday. So by in next 4 months, I'm 10 years outside the secondary. I was done with my university, the University of Nairobi, 2020. Now it is 5 years. I was just graduating recently. So time and tide, they say time and tide wait for no man, and time is money. If you get opportunity, seize that opportunity and take that opportunity so well, so that you don't, it does not become sunk or you don't regret later on. But if your process is going to take time, then take your time and go on your own pace and have a legit full money, so that your kids can inherit something legit, and they don't go legit some illicit money and then they go kill themselves later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's profound. So whatever it is, even planning for a great future, it's about getting clean money, that you actually earning the money that you've got.
Imagine telling your grandkids, like, they see videos of you, like 30 years ago, you were held with corruption, you stole land, you held gunpoint to someone, or you schemy business, money laundering. So,
not a good picture.
But if they see your pictures, you are a farmer, you went to agrovet, you have like 10 agrovets, and then you went nationally, and then you, like, that is the journey we all want.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to this question, just to summarize everything that you have said, what is the link between good budgeting and savings and having a long-term financial independence in future?
And if you have a good budgeting skills and good saving skills, you have set of yourself to have a long-term financial future. So if you use the system I've told you now, the 50, 30%, 20%, and you are so true to yourself, and you are disciplined, and you're not and you say what you mean and mean what you say, and you're a truthful person, then it means you have a good future. In any amount of money you are getting, even if you are a billionaire, you need also to get money for investment, get money to resurrect your companies, get money to inject capital in other businesses. You know, not all the business, if you have like 15 business, you can find all the business are doing good, but you can find sometimes 3 of the business are giving you all the revenues, but others are not, because they need capital. So you must budget for all those businesses, and then you grow up. So good budgeting and financial and saving skills will give you a long-term good financial future.
Right.
Yeah.
Good financial and saving skills will give you a better financial future. Amazing. If you were to give, as a way of you closing and giving your final remarks, you can add your final remarks to this. If you were to give one golden rule to the youths about money, you know, to these young people, what would it be?
Thank you for giving me that particular opportunity. I want to advise every youth that yes, you can have money, yes, you can save money, Yes, you can invest. It does not need you to be old or maybe to be beyond 40 for you to take life seriously. You can also take life seriously in your 20s, even in your teenagers. Even at home, they say charity begins at home. So some parents normally teach their kids at home how to save, how to invest, and then they reward them for that thing. So you still have time, whether you are a youth, whether you are not a youth, you are a mature person, you still have time. So take this particular time and invest very carefully so that you can have a bright future.
Right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Fathi. That is a very profound thing to say as a closing remark. Market people, are you free to share your social media handles in case someone needs
Yes. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Sango Insights. Sango Insight, that is SANGO Insights, INSIGHTS. So we are normally in Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube. So you can find us there.
Sango Insights.
Sango Insights.
Sango Insights. That's where you can find them for even more gems in this particular area. If you're working out your financial capacity, to build your financial capacity, knowing how to budget and save and plan for your future, then you can get them there. Thank you very much once again, Fathi.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
You're most welcome.
Thanks.
So that has been Fathi Muhamed, who's a financial consultant. His company is Value Solutions Consulting. And he's also an accountant for that matter. We have been talking about budgeting and savings. I hope you've taken a lot from this conversation, not just this, but even from the previous interview, because this is where we're closing, and we are here to make sure that you are growing together with us. On behalf of the team, we appreciate your company, and we want to wish you a very enjoyable viewing ahead. We'll see you tomorrow, or rather Valentine Kalami Val will see you tomorrow for a great show, so make sure you tune in the morning. Until then, adios.